everybody. So I have a whiteboard, I have a marker, and I'm ready to show some things I already know. We've probably done these sorts of things last week, last year, even yesterday, right? So these are going to be feel-good math problems that you've done before. In this case, I think it was chapter 1 we did some of this stuff. So let's see if we remember some of this stuff. Oh, okay. So now, when you're talking about the value of the digits in a number, that's called place value. And one of the places is the hundreds place, which is pretty big. There's another place called the tens place, right, which is medium size. And then there is a place called the ones place. And the ones are probably the numbers we were first kind of familiar with because we know what those numbers are. We see them, we touch them every day. Like hundreds, that can kind of get kind of big. Especially when you're second graders, you might not even know what is 752 because you've never seen that size number before. But anyway, how many hundreds are in each of these numbers I show? Okay, so we're focusing in on hundreds. We might have to make some hundreds. Let's see what we have to do here. Okay, so yeah, we're sticking some medium-sized numbers together to come up with hundreds. So let's see how many hundreds there are if we have 10 tens. So if we have 10 tens, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 10 tens is exactly the same as 100. So if you have 10 tens, you have 100. So in this case, how many hundreds are in 10 tens? There's just one, right? And there are no leftovers. It's worked out really nice. 10 tens is exactly equal to 1. How many hundreds would there be in 26 tens? Well, that's a lot to count. I'm not going to try to count all those tens. I have a different strategy. If I know 10 of them is 1, how many tens, right? If I know 10 tens is 100. How many tens do I have in this? Well, I have 2 tens. So in this case, I'm going to have 2 hundreds in this number, and then I'm still going to have 6 tens left over. I didn't use them all up in this case. Okay, let's take a look at this next one. This is kind of tricky. Okay, now this is different now because I'm not dealing with medium-sized things. Here, I'm dealing with really little things. 300 ones. How many hundreds are in there? Yeah, there are 300s in there. Okay. How many hundreds are there if I only have 9 tens? So remember what I said, it took 10 of them to equal 1. So if I only have 9, I have 0, right? I didn't even get enough to make a 10 or to make 100. And then this one, I can't believe it's in there. How many hundreds are inside of 1,000? So if you think about the way it goes 100, 200, 300, and you can keep this pattern going, right? 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and then we come up to 1,000. So how many hundreds are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hundreds are in the number 1,000. And in fact, if you listen to some people, sometimes when they're still learning their numbers, when they see this, they'll call it 1000. It's not necessarily wrong. It's just a little bit of I would say it's just a different way of thinking about the same number, right? 1,000 is the same thing as 10 hundreds. Yeah. Kind of an interesting review. Not as easy as I thought it was going to be, though. Thanks, guys.